What is up, guys? Annie, it's here, Guild Forever. Gonna be doing a brief little review for Kamen Rider Geats, episode 19, right? Is it 19? So, um, well, let's address the elephant in the room. Apparently, Boyd Boy was not even the damn disaster. Then who is it? Seriously, I actually believed it was him. But I get it. Maybe if it was him, that would end the game too soon. Or at least there's no real threat level anymore if it was that easy. But here's the thing I really want to say, okay? And just saying, um, I never personally liked Bird Boy. Like, honestly, I never really, well, I wouldn't say I never liked him. I just never cared for him. Does that make sense? I never cared. So, but I have to point out, what he did was extremely stupid. Now, maybe he suspected KEIWA was the disaster. Maybe he just suspected him. Maybe that's the reason he planted the seeds of doubt throughout everyone, throughout all the competitors. Maybe. Maybe that was the main reason. He believed he was a disaster, therefore, he wanted to ensure everyone voted him out at the expense of him losing trust with everyone that they all vote him off. He literally screwed himself over. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. He eliminated himself. He didn't even get 100% confirmation that it was actually KEIWA that was the disaster. He never got a shred of confirmation. All he went by is probably a hunch or an assumption, and due to that stupid tendency of his, he got eliminated. It wasn't even him, and he literally called himself out. He put himself in a position to where, like, if you're wrong, everyone's gonna vote for your ass. And again, of course he's gonna be wrong. He never got a fragment of evidence, at least clear-cut evidence, that KEIWA was the perpetrator. Again, I don't know why, but when I'm talking about it like this, it does feel like Among Us. Again, I'm not sure if I'm the only one or you guys see it, but it feels like Among Us. I'll be dead ass with you guys. That it's a bad thing. I mean, personally, I don't play the game. I don't care for the game of Among Us. Anyway, it's neither here or there. This isn't about Among Us. It's about Kamen, right? But yeah. So Bird Boy wasn't even the culprit, yet he effed himself over. Congratulations, Bird Boy. You are an idiot. No offense, actually. Sure. Offense. I don't care for him. Now, with that being said, who do I suspect is the disaster? I got two theories regarding those. First, let's talk about this idea. Let's get this idea out there. Again, I'm not saying it is it. But it's also a possibility that it could be. What if there's honestly no disaster? What if there is no culprit and the game master just did that to make them suspicious of each other, to increase the competition, to increase the distrust within the group, testing their ability to trust one another, testing their ability to to work together with one another. Work together. That's the whole point. I noticed even in this one game match, they needed to work together to win. Otherwise, you all lose. But how can you trust anyone when anyone in this group could be the disaster? So again, it plays a role on putting your own suspicious and claims aside for the greater good, and that's taking out the Yamatos and making sure everyone is safe. Again, I don't know, because here's the thing: if there was 100%, a perpetrator, one like betraying them, I honestly don't see it being anyone other than Ace or Wolf Girl. Reasons why I say that: Bird Boy is gone. That takes out a competitor. It's not KEIWA. Okay, this confirms it's not KEIWA. I don't see it being Neil. I really don't. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure. I really don't see it. Wolf Girl could be it, but then again, she chose to trust KEIWA. This is why I'm going with the idea that I really don't think there's a disaster. They just put it in their minds that it exists, therefore placing an element of distrust among them. But they realized that the moment they knew that, once they decided to work together, they decided to put their differences aside and learn to trust each other for the better of, for everyone's sake, to be able to win. I feel like that's, again, it's I have nothing to back it up. I'm just going through theories and speculations, and it just doesn't make it look. If it wasn't the Bird Boy, it makes no sense why it would be anyone else. Because again, I mean, it could be Ace though, considering his devious and deceptive nature. So I wouldn't put it past Ace to be the perpetrator. But again, he trusts KEIWA. And again, there is one thing that he did say that was puzzling within this episode. He said, what do you think a person that tries to gain trust versus the person that's trying to put doubt, which one do you think is likely to win? The one to gain trust or the one to put doubt? Ace has never been someone to plant the seeds of doubt in a group. If anything, he works hard and makes believable statements to get everyone to trust him until, low-key kind of backstabs him. And at least that's how he was before. He hasn't really been that way lately. But again, if he really was the disaster, I wouldn't put it past Ace to gain everyone's trust just so no one would vote for him. Otherwise, I don't see it being. I'm not sure. You guys let me know. Do you think there is a disaster, a culprit? Do you believe that it's? I don't know, but I feel like after really thinking about it, if there is a disaster, it has to be. Considering how I don't want to say manipulative, because then people are gonna be like, "Oh, you're trashing it." I'm not. I'm being dead ass serious. I may like Ace a little more, but that doesn't mean he isn't manipulative. He can be if he wanted to. So again, I just wouldn't put it past Ace to just be on everyone's side. He gained everyone's trust, so the likely chances for voting for him is lower. But I don't know, man. It's still early into the game, so we can't really make a decision on that, right? Only time will tell. I feel like we'll more or less have. I honestly believe we'll have more or less an idea on who the disaster is once one more person gets voted. And honestly, I'm willing to bet the next one that gets voted is gonna be. I don't know. Because last time it kind of ended with Ace, KEIWA. I wouldn't be surprised if they ended it this way again. But look, man, I just gotta say, can we have KEIWA win for once? I like Ace a little more, okay? Honestly, I do. But I'm getting sick and tired of him winning all the time. Like, bruh, can we get a different winner for fuck's sake? Just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Okay? Can we get a different winner for once? Otherwise, it's gonna be predictable. Like if Ace wins this time. Oh, Ace won. Yay. Who didn't see that coming? Like, honestly, who didn't see that coming? Again, I'm not trying to insult him, because honestly, I do like Ace. But just because I like Ace as a character doesn't mean I want to see him win all the time. It's very predictable and stale. Have some variety. Have someone else win. See how it impacts the world. And Ace can still win again later in the long run. But all the time, it's very repetitive, is what I'm trying to say. Have something a little different. Have him lose for once. It builds character. Losing a game will not tarnish his character. If anything, I strongly believe if he loses, it builds his character. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. Only time will tell. But other than that, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Got other reactions to get to. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I'll see you in the next Kamen Rider reaction. Peace. I'm out. Ah.